And good evening, everyone, and welcome in to the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. I'm your host, Russ Renault, and thanks for joining us again here on another Sunday night in Houston, Texas, as we recap last night's UFC event and we get into opening some of the cards you saw at the top of this show. We've got another box of 2023 Donruss, and we're going to get back into that tonight after 2 weeks of opening select, and we'll go through all of our hits over the last couple of weeks. So once again, thanks for joining us. We've got a lot to talk about here on the show. If it's your first time joining us, two meanings to the word UFC Fight Cards. The first part of the show, we talk about last night's event, and then we go through the upcoming schedule, so the UFC Fight Cards. And then the second half of the show, we get into opening a hobby box every Sunday night. And so we're back to our case of Donruss this week. We've opened eight boxes of Prism. We've opened 5 boxes of Donruss, and we've opened 2 boxes of Select. So we've got 4 boxes of Prism left, and we've got 4 boxes of Donruss left after this. So looking for something big still. I don't think that we've got our case hit yet. I hope not, because I'll tell you about the best cards we have when we get to the second half of the show. But once again, you can contact us here at the show. My email address, russ@orange-fire.com. And you can find me on Facebook at Russ Renault, Reneau, or Orange Fire Media. And you can also find us on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at Fight Cards Russ, at Orange Fire Media. And you can also find our eBay store, which has a lot of the things that we hit here on the show that people don't claim. You can find Orange Fire lots of lots. On eBay, we've got 20 lots or so listed right now. You'll find a single card listed, but when you buy something on eBay, that you're going to get whatever I have of that fighter left. You're going to get some extra cards thrown in there most of the time. Some of the rookies, you don't get that, but it's understandable. I don't have a ton built up. So sometimes you do. Sometimes you make out really good. Sometimes you get a couple, but I do try to throw in something extra every time. So I do want to tell you about something I did get back. Really exciting, I think, that sold a card a couple weeks ago to a UFC fighter who collects his own cards. And he was nice enough to send something back to us, send a card along with it. And Jimmy Flick, I appreciate you so much sending this card back signed. He bought his own blue holo laser, and glad to put that in his hands, in his collection. He collects his own cards. Great guy, and hope to have him on the show one day, because I've been talking about for weeks that I have not been set up quite properly to have guests on the show, but I figured that out this week, and so we're going to be looking to line those up starting next week. I hope that happens, that we're able to pull that off. I do want to say, you can see in the notes in the chat that I do plan on being out next Sunday night, so we're going to try to make it up on Monday, and we'll talk about the Fight Night event from the Apex next Monday night, we hope, or Monday or Tuesday. We'll just see what works out better. So let's get to the UFC Fight Night event from Nashville last night, the Bridgestone Arena. Pretty exciting event up until the main event. Just the way it went, and got a really good Corey Sandhagen card that we'll show you here in just a minute, and holding on to that. So I was really interested in the outcome of last night's fight, because I think it's really interesting with UFC trading cards is that they can really fluctuate on a fighter's performance. And so you don't see it in a lot of sports that you got your superstars that people collect, but UFC cards tend to just go the way the fighter goes. And so that's just, the niche. That's the way it is. And that's what we deal with. And so I'm sitting there kind of holding my breath, just hoping Corey Sandhagen pulls that off, so that, that card that I have listed can, get some more eyeballs on it. Because when fighters win, people tend to take notice. And so Corey Sandhagen, number 4 in the bantamweight division, taking on number 6 Rob Font. And Corey Sandhagen dominated on the ground, wasn't very exciting, just held Rob Font down for 19 and a half minutes of the 25 and got the 50-45 decision. So Corey Sandhagen looks like he's going to be next in line after this Aljamain Sterling, Sugar Sean O'Malley card coming up on August 19th in Boston. Looks like he will get the winner of that, but I saw it today, and I kind of had the same feeling for the last couple of weeks that Aljo is going to take care of business against O'Malley, and he is going to relinquish the title, and Merab Dvalishvili and Corey Sandhagen are going to be in a title fight for the vacant bantamweight championship when Aljo moves up to 145. So I fully expect that to happen, and we'll see what happens in Boston. See if Aljo can defend that title and just do what he says he's going to do. So really looking forward to what happens in the bantamweight division after the event in 2 weeks. So also in the co-main event, I was pretty excited for this one. A lot of people aren't into female fighters as much as they are some of the bigger names, but I thought this was a good matchup for Tatiana Suarez, coming in number 10 ranked in the strawweight division, making that return off a long layoff or injury. She debuted back at flyweight, now getting back to where she wants to be at 115, taking on number 5 Jessica Andrade, who, I hate to say it, but it's kind of become the gatekeeper of 2 divisions, and former champion, and Tatiana Suarez able to choke her out in the second round. So Tatiana Suarez looking great. She's going to be in the top 5, we suspect, this week, and got her sights squarely set on Zhang Weili. So we'll see what happens going forward. Zhang Weili's got a title defense coming up. The timing kind of works out with they're 2 weeks apart. So Zhang Weili and Amanda Lemos coming up on that same Aljo O'Malley card. So see what happens there. See if Tatiana Suarez gets a winner. Get to the light heavyweight matchup. Number 15, Dustin Jacoby taking on Kennedy Nzechukwu. And Jacoby getting a first round knockout. It looked like he's going to be pretty good. And Nzechukwu was bringing it to him. And Jacoby ate a left hand but countered with his own right. Ended up knocking Nzechukwu down and just went to the ground and pound and able to finish it off for the TKO. So a big win for Dustin Jacoby, solidifying himself in that top 15. And now he said he's been fighting guys behind him, and happy to do that. But now he wants to fight somebody in front of him, so somebody in the top 10. And we'll see what happens with Dustin Jacoby going forward. One of the bigger things as it relates, I try to relate everything back to trading cards, because that's a big thing that it kind of sets us apart from everybody else, because I'm not going to sit here and break down fights all night long. We are going to get to cards at some point, so I do like to relate it back. But I'm going to say this right now. So next year, in the 2024 product, the biggest rookie is going to be Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez with a first-round submission over Gavin Tucker last night, and just, triangle arm bar, crazy. Only the 11th one in UFC history. Really like the way he looks. He's fun to watch. Had the loss to Evloev earlier on in his UFC debut, taking on a top 10 guy and gave him everything he can handle. So really looking forward to what we see out of Diego Lopez going forward. He wants to fight in Brazil. That's in November. I think right before the John Jones-Stipe card. I think it's November 4th. They're looking at Brazil, so he wants to fight there. Hasn't been in his home country in a while, what he said in the post-fight interview. So really looking forward to Diego Lopez and what he has to offer the UFC going forward. Not a lot as far as, related to the cards going down the card, but we did see a rookie lose. Ignacio Bahamondes losing a unanimous decision to Ludovic Klein, and saw a good fight with Billy Quarantillo and Damon Jackson. Billy Q taking care of business, getting the unanimous decision. We've got a good Damon Jackson card that I'll show you here in a minute. I think one of the more crazy fights of the night was Carlston Harris and Jeremiah Wells. Jeremiah Wells was dominating this fight for 2 rounds and about a minute and a half of the third, and then just somehow fell into an anaconda choke from Carlston Harris, and he just pulled that one out of a hat and ended up with getting his arm raised. So congratulations to Carlston Harris for pulling that victory out. That's kind of what you like to see in the UFC, that those comebacks, anything can happen. You can be dominated for most of the fight, and just that one chance that you have at the end to let it all go and you come up with something and you're able to pull it out. I think that's what all keeps us watching all the time, because you don't know what's going to happen. And so we saw that in that fight last night. So great job by Carlston Harris. So I think before we get to the rest of the schedule coming up, I do want to see a little bit piece of news that came across today. And that was from Dustin Poirier, who lost that main event last week to Justin Gaethje for that BMF title. Looking, whoever won that fight was going to get the next title shot. So when you look at this, you got, Islam Makhachev, Charles Oliveira fighting coming up October 22nd in Abu Dhabi. Looks like Gaethje will get the winner of that matchup, and so Poirier looks like he's going to be moving up to 170. And so best of luck to him. Big Dustin Poirier fan, and so interested to see what he could do at welterweight. So let's get into the rest of the schedule, and we go next week to another fight night in the Apex in Las Vegas, and we've got a welterweight matchup, top 10, number 9, Rafael dos Anjos, former champion, against number 10, Vicente Luque. Co-main event light heavyweight battle between Khalil Roundtree Jr. and Chris Daukaus. Then we got UFC 292, August 19th in Boston. We've talked about it a little bit already. Bantamweight title on the line between champion Aljamain Sterling and the number 2 ranked contender Sean O'Malley. You know that the number 1 ranked contender is Merab Dvalishvili, training partner, close friend of Aljamain Sterling. They said they will not fight each other, so that's why we got the champion against number 2. Got another championship matchup in the women's strawweight division between Zhang Wei Li and Amanda Lemos, who's ranked number 4. Got a bantamweight top 10 matchup between Marlon Chito Vera and Pedro Munoz, so you got number 6 against number 10. Also, welterweight division, the streaking Ian Gary, ranked number 14, taking on number 8, Jeff Neal. So moving on to Fight Night, August 26th in Singapore. We've got a featherweight matchup between number 2, Max Holloway, and number 7, Chan Sung Young, the Korean Zombie. I've also got a co-main event in the light heavyweight division. Number 7, Anthony Smith, in a rematch against number 10, Ryan Spann. Anthony Smith won the first matchup between those two. And the third fight on this card, really exciting to me, I think, with one of the top women's rookie in this 2023 class, Erin Blanchfield taking on Tyler Santos in the flyweight division. So then I've got some disappointing news personally from Fight Night September 2nd in Paris. We'll get to that in a second, but you got a heavyweight matchup between number 2, Cyril Gane, and number 8, Sergey Spivak. And then you've got a flyweight matchup between number 2, Manon Fiorot, and the number 2 strawweight contender, former champion Rose Namajunas, making her flyweight debut. So the personal note on this one, big Haley Cowan fan. She's a Baylor Bear, so I've just kind of, supported her and her career just because I went to Baylor, and, just really support what she's doing, what she stands for. And so us Baylor Bears stick together. But Haley is out of that fight. I saw her yesterday. She had not personally, but I saw a picture from yesterday where she did a signing there in the Waco area. And she had a big arm brace on her left arm. So she had a left arm injury is what I can surmise. So she is out of that matchup on September 2nd against Zara Farron. She's going to go to the Performance Institute and get that checked out, see when she can get back to it. So looking for Haley towards the end of the year or beginning of 2024. So Haley, wish you the best and speedy recovery, and we hope to see you back again there soon. So best of luck to you, Haley. So then let's move on to UFC 293, September 9th in Sydney. And this one just announced this week. Don't know the main event yet, but looking at a co-main event, heavyweight matchup between number 6, Tai Tuivasa, and number 8, Alexander Volkov. So that one just added this week. Let's see what else we got this week. Let's just go to Fight Night, September 16th in T-Mobile Arena, which, this could have been UFC 293 had they had a little more foresight with the schedule and hadn't already penciled in that or actually sharpied in UFC 293 in Sydney. So Fight Night ends up being a championship rematch for the women's flyweight title between the champion Alexa Grasso, the former champion, number 1 contender Valentina Shevchenko. Also We're supposed to have Shavkat Rakhmonov. Kelvin Gastelum is out of that matchup, so we'll see if Shavkat stays on that card. Then we've got women's flyweight matchup between top 15 contenders. Number 14, Tracy Cortez. Number 15, Jasmine Judavicius. And we got Fight Night September 23rd, T-Mobile Arena. Also got, no, this one's actually at the Apex, I believe. I wrote that down wrong, but this was announced this week. Lightweight matchup between number 6, Rafael Fiziev, and number 7, Mateusz Gamrot. So a good matchup there in the top 10 on September 23rd. Then we got the UFC 294, October 22nd in Abu Dhabi. Champion Islam Makhachev taking on the number 1 contender and the former champion, Charles Oliveira, in the lightweight division. So just a year apart from Oliveira losing that title to Islam. So we get to see that rematch. Middleweight division in the co-main event, number 4, Hamzat Chimaev against number 7, Paulo Costa. And middleweight division also, the 3 matchups on this card already, Nasruddin Imavov and Ikram Askelarov. And then, of course, the big one coming up, UFC 295, November 11th, New York, Madison Square Garden. You got the heavyweight champion of the world, John Jones, against the greatest heavyweight of all time, number 3, Stipe Miocic. So that is the highlights of the UFC schedule coming up for the next few months. And we'll always keep you updated on what's on the horizon, some rumors that maybe we've picked up on during the week, and some stuff that just maybe I think is going to happen down the road. So I would like to, think that it's not too hard of a science to know that you may see a Merab, Corey Sandhagen title matchup for a vacant title down the road. I just don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I think that's actually the most likely thing that's going to happen if Aljo wins. And then if O'Malley wins, then you've got a matchup with Merab or Corey Sandhagen. So it just depends on what the UFC wants to do, but I think the likely thing is Merab Sandhagen for the title. Be a good little wrestling matchup there. So we do want to switch gears a little bit now and get into our card segment of the show. It's what most of you came here to see anyway. So it tends to be a little warm putting those gloves on, and everything that I already have opened is already sleeved up. So let me move this box real quick, and then I'm going to go through some of the hits that we've had. Let's start with the selects, because that's the most recent 2 hobby boxes that we've opened 2 over the last 2 weeks, and so here is what we pulled out of those. So still holding on to this Jack Della Maddalena purple auto, number to 49, and there was the one that I was looking for last night. Just hold my breath on, was this Corey Sandhagen tie-dye auto. That's number 25. It's number 525. Also comes with a Prism Red. Like I said, we like to put these together, so you're going to get more than what's listed. So, just some stuff to throw in, but purple press proof, some just some select sensations, and add this laying around from the 2020 Topps product. Kind of looks like the 1985 baseball version, but get that in that Sandhagen lot. Got our memorabilia, Alexander Rakic with the Sparks. That's numbered to 99. Got Billy Q with the winner last night. That one's not numbered, but still we got the Sparks there. We got that one out of order, so that Rakic silver will go with that memorabilia card. We got a Drew Dober lime green. Got a Carlos Ulberg with the purple maroon. That's numbered to 99. Dustin Poirier with the white prism. It's numbered to 125. Verna Jandaroba with the red. That is numbered to 175. Sweet Dreams Jamal Hill with the maroon. Numbered to 149. Also got a silver with that. Rafael Dos Anjos with the red. 175. Tyler Santos got a couple here. the blue and red Prism, $199. They get you a silver along with that. John Jones with tricolor. So that is just the concourse. We had also pulled an octagon side, but this one, the silver, got a base, and got the octagon side, or that's the snapshot, because that doesn't say octagon side, because that one should be the snapshot. The other color we have, these aren't numbered, but Colby Covington with tricolor, Dominic Reyes, TJ Dillashaw got a tricolor and a silver. See that there. Adrian Yanez with a die cut. A Yuri die cut, but that's gone now. Adrian Yanez would throw in a silver prism with that. Yan Xiaonan with the silver. Got a Raul Rosas, the octagon side. And a couple of other big rookies. I don't see mine. There's my Alex. There's the Aaron Blanchfield, and it's my Alex Pereira. So that's the select that we pulled. As I said, we did have a Yuri Prochazka auto last week out of that select, and we had a die cut as well. Somebody bought those. So, able to move some of that last week. Now let's go through the Prism that we still have left, the color, the autos, the number cards. Got the Israel Adesanya throwback signatures redemption card that we've sent off. That would net you also this purple with the 149. I've got a BJ Penn redemption that we've sent off. Then you got a little Bryce Mitchell color, starting with the Mojo. Those are numbered to 25. Got the Blue Wave, the green, just some press-proof dominators to throw in there. Andrea Lee with the teal, numbered to 49. Tabitha Ricci, orange, numbered to 99. Get you a ruby red, and however many Baby Shark rookie base cards that you want. We got 5 there. Also got a Sergey Pavlovich orange. It's numbered to 99. The Blue Wave. There's a base there. Lucas Almeida, we got a couple. Rookie, the blue. That's 175. Also with the Ruby Wave and the silver. Got Song Yudong with the red. Those are 199. Red Wave. And press proof to throw in there. Then our last numbered card in Prism is Said Yakub Kakramanov, red, numbered to 199. So let's get to the hits we've had from Donruss after we took 2 weeks off. We opened 4. Is that right? No, we've opened 5. This will be 6 tonight. So this is what we have left. So we've got this Damon Jackson Blue Laser Hollow Auto Rated Rookie. That's numbered 25. And just get you a base rookie with that. Got a few Vulcan Ozdemir, and I have mixed these up a little bit with some of these. Just Red Hollow Laser Vulcan, but that also gets you tricolor and a silver and a base. Derek Lewis with a Silver Hollow Laser, number to 99, and also Silver Prism. Then the memorabilia cards we have, Michelle Pereira, the Octagon Canvas, Select. Got a Robert Whitaker with Octagon Canvas, and that would also get you the Select Tricolor. And Jeff Neal, Octagon Canvas. And also would get you a Hyper. So some good stuff, and I'm pretty open to whatever offers you have. I try to be pretty fair, try to move some of that in for the people who collect, certain fighters that we're going to try to take care of you here on this show, because we're not a break show. And so we just want to give you the best deal that we can and, make this enjoyable for everybody. So that's the whole point, is to be positive. It's kind of the family-friendly UFC podcast show. Language is going to be pretty clean. And, we know kids are getting into the hobby, and we want to help the best we can, give some knowledge about grading, whatever else everybody wants to talk about. That we just kind of want to be that place that people come and just hang out and enjoy the community that we have here. So we do want to give away some cards at some point. We've got to get those subscription numbers up, because I do want to have our subscribers entered correctly. Been saying that, if we can reach 100, but I think once we start seeing those guests come on, that we start seeing things take off a little bit more. So really looking forward to that. And now that we've got that kind of sorted out. So just trying to get these gloves on, protect these cards best that I can. Don't want to mess up anything. So here we go with box number 6 of Donruss. Sorry about that. Let me get that light just a little bit different. All right, so like I said, I hope that we have not gotten our case hit out of these yet. Our Prism, the best that we've done number-wise, is the Damon Jackson Octagon Prism, numbered out of 8. The best card we had was Charles Oliveira Autograph Gold. So, don't know if we consider either one of those a case hit, but I hope it's not. Not to be greedy, just to give us something to look forward to. Out of the Donruss, I can't really, can't remember what our lowest card is out of these. I have to go back and look. But I don't think we've got less of a case hit out of these than the other. Let's put half of these up here. All right, here we go. Pack number 1, rip number 6. We do go through every card. We do upload the audio podcast right after the show, so it's available in the morning, right after the show. So we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So if anybody's listening, you can go back and look at the card, and you can see it, back on the replay on YouTube, and, make an offer if you want it. So Conor McGregor, Paul Craig. I do try to go through these a little bit quicker. Darren Till, Bobby Green, Adrian Yanez, Matt Hughes, Corey Sandhagen, Paulo Costa, Manon Fiorot, Chuck Liddell, Yana Santos, Cyril Gahn, Amanda Nunes, Kaikar France, Jan Blachowicz, Derek Brunson, Robbie Lawler, Jeff Neal, Charles Oliveira, Aljamain Sterling, Jillian Robertson, Derek Lewis, and one of the rookies that we were missing, Raul Rosas Jr. So finally got that one. Got an auto next. So one of our 2 right off the bat. So finally got that Rosas. Now we're missing Randy Brown as well. And if you want a complete set of Donruss, I went through them the other day, and we have 3 at least. Maybe after tonight we'll have more. But if you need a complete set of Donruss base 1 through 200, then we've got that. And now we're just missing one more rookie. So here we go with an auto. So Marvin Vittori, just a silver Sig there, no number. First time pulled a Marvin Vettori rookie, or Marvin Vettori auto. Just kind of like to see different autographs every once in a while. And we'll go through all of our hits at the end. But right off the bat, looking for 2 autos and a memorabilia card. Now, just to finish off this pack, Ketlin Vieira, the press proofs, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Ryan Spann with the purple, Robert Whitaker, Octagon Marvels, Rosenaume Eunice Crunch Time, and Anderson Silva Retro Series. So I have to go back and see how many of those inserts that we have, because we're working on not very many of those left either that we have not hit yet. So actually, it's just one autograph. Got used to Select and Prism with the 2 autos, and so we may have hit our 1 auto right off the bat. Still looking for a memorabilia card, though. We have had some luck getting more than 1 auto out of these Donruss boxes, though, so never know. Uriah Faber, Ryan Spann, Grant Dawson, Patty Pimblett, Shamil Abdur-Kamov, Mackenzie Dern, Ilya Tapuria, Saeed Nurmagomedov, Alexander Volkanovski, John Jones, Jermaine Durandamy, Demir Ismagulov, Robert Whitaker, Max Holloway, Forrest Griffin, Jose Aldo, Sadiq Youssef, Jalen Turner, it's our boy Jimmy Flick, Ricky Simone, Matt Brown, Jared Cannonier, Song Yadong. There we go. There's our other one, Randy Brown. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, Randy Brown. So now we have all the rookies from Donruss. Finally. Only took box number 6 to get all of them. So let's see the rest of this pack. Silver Press Proof Jack Hermanson, Alexander Volkov. Got a Kyler Phillips. The Purple Press Proof. They don't add a whole lot of value. It's just a little something different to chase. We will keep that. Kyler Phillips getting a win last night. Unanimous decision over Raoni Barcelos. Here we go, the untouchable Shavkat Rachmanov. I don't think we have that one yet, so we're getting close to having all these inserts now. Stairmasters, Chuck Liddell, Octagon Marvels, Surreal Gone. Josh Emmett, Gilbert Burns, Sergei Pavlovich, Alex Caceres, Chael Sonnen, Arnold Allen, Marlon Vera, Glover Teixeira, Sergei Spivak, Nikita Krylov, Li Jianliang, Mike Brown, Francis Ngannou, Chen Sung Young, Alessandre Pantoja, Kevin Holland, Jack Shore, Tatiana Suarez with a big win last night, Cub Swanson, Vince Pichel, Calvin Cater, Michael Chandler, Norman Dumont, and we did get 2 autos in this box. So put Norma to the side, and then we've got Kelvin Gastelum Signature Series. So neither one of those is numbered, both just silver. But we did get 2. It would be nice to build, a complete set where I have 2 rookies, 2 each, so still need another Rosas and another Brown, but I think I've got doubled up on rookies of everybody else. So we might be able to do 1 through 225. We'll just have to see. So, press proofs, Stephen Thompson, Panny Kianzad, Purple Brock Lesnar, Octagon Marvels, Amanda Nunes, Conor McGregor Crunch Time, and Sean O'Malley Dominators. I think those are all new. So, yeah, we're getting close to finishing off this set. Feel free to use the chat box. I like to interact with everybody as we go. We've had some regulars on here that throw in their comments as well, and I can read them. So throw them out there before we get the guests on, and we got other people taking up the time. Macy Chason, Irene Aldana, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Alexander Volkov, Jorge Masvidal, Giga Chikadze, Sean Strickland, Islam Makhachev, Cynthia Calvillo, Armin Saryukian, Alexander Gustafsson, Rafael Fiziev, Brock Lesnar, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Rob Font, Matt Schnell, Jennifer Maya, Stephen Thompson, Anthony Smith, Ketlin Vieira, Jack Hermanson, Tyler Santos, Jessica Andrade, Andre Petrosky, we've got a few of those. Remember the first 4 boxes that we opened, it was basically all the same rookies. The only positive was a couple of those were Bo Nickel and Aaron Blanchfield. So press proofs, Jessica Andrade, Sean Strickland, Purple Grant Dawson, and Brock Lesnar Retro Series, Alex Pereira, the Untouchables. And some of these rookies don't come with the RC on them. They should. Stairmasters Islam. I think we already have one of those. Ends up being a longer show with these Donruss boxes. They're a lot bigger. We got 30 cards per pack, 10 packs. Juliana Pena, Brian Ortega, Tracy Cortez, Alexa Grasso, Yuri Prochazka, Valentina Shevchenko, Bilal Muhammad, Marvin Vettori, Michael Bisping, Tim Means, Colby Covington, Andre Arlovsky, Kelvin Gastelum, Izzy, Dustin Jacoby, Lauren Murphy, Zhang Wei Li, Cody Garbrandt, Amanda Hivas, Kamaru Usman, George St. Pierre, Carla Esparza, Michael Chiesa, and awesome, another Bo Nickel rookie. Don't complain about those. Usually we do our hobby top 5, but it wasn't changing very much, so I've kind of gotten away from the graphic, but I still do go through it without the graphic. But Bo Nickel's number 1 on that list. That's just the top fighters everybody's collecting at the time. So Bo Nickel is number 1. Shavkat Rakhmonov, number 2. Hamzat Chimaev, number 3. Aaron Blanchfield, number 4. And Alex Pereira, number 5. You can throw a couple of other rookies in there that are close at number 6. I think Jack Della Maddalena is one of those, even though I haven't moved that auto yet. Would like to, but you got to get the right price on those. It's hard to price those out, those rookies, and people want it for less than you want to give it up for. Tyler Santos, the press proof, Jorge Masvidal, Shavkat Purple, Islam, Crunch Time, Yuri, Dominators, and Leon Edwards, the Untouchables. We do have the all but the teal Bo Nickel. As far as the press proofs go, so we've got the base. We've got a couple of base now. We've got silver. We've got purple. So we've got 3 of those. We just need the teal. So we've got Alexander Rakic, Brad Tavares, Mark Coleman, Curtis Blades, Pedro Munoz, Marina Rodriguez, Daniel Cormier, Dan Hooker, Nathaniel Wood, Umar Nurmagomedov. He's supposed to be in that main event last night. Had to pull out. We've actually got the 30th anniversary in this Donruss product of Umar. Ryan Hall, Pani Kianzad, Dean Thomas, Volkanos Demir, Davison Figueiredo, Chris Dawkins, Alonzo Minifield, Khalil Roundtree Jr., Dominic Cruz, Rose, Macy Barber, Rich Franklin, Dustin Poirier, got an Authority of the Octagon, Mark Goddard, Press Proof, Giga Chikadze, and we've got Silver Press Proof, Damon Jackson, that we can throw in with our auto. Somebody wants to pick up that blue auto that we have, number 25. Just listed that today. So, press proof to go with it. And looks like something good here. So we've got silver, Valentina Shevchenko, number to 99. So we've pulled 2 autos out of this product today. So we're looking for a memorabilia card. Fantasy matchups, Kamaru Usman, Matt Hughes, and Octagon Marvel, Juliana Pena, Crunch Time, Leon Edwards. So there's 1 stack, and now we get to the rest. So 6 out of 10, this will be 7. Joaquin Buckley, Vicente Luque in that main event next weekend. Beneil Dariush, Mateusz Gamrot, Habib Nurmagomedov, TJ Dillashaw, Johnny Walker, Sean Brady. His dad collects cards as well. Fun to watch that and the collection grow. Vivian Araujo, Misha Tate, Marcin Tybura, BJ Penn, Dominic Reyes, Bryce Mitchell, Andre Muniz, Carl Hossa, Anderson Silva, Casey O'Neill, Michelle Pereira, Jens Pulver, Yair Rodriguez, Galen Chukagian. Got plenty of these. Chris Curtis, but got a memorabilia card coming up right here. So we've got Derek Lewis, Octagon Royalty. So we already have a silver hollow laser of the Black Beast. So now we've got Octagon Royalty to go with it. the Chris Curtis, and then here's our press proofs with Islam and TJ Dillashaw, the teal. Then we've got Andrei Arlovsky, the red hollow laser, numbered to 75. Brandon Moreno, Octagon Marbles. Davison Figueiredo, Crunch Time. There's that Francis Ngannou Dominators to finish that off. So we pulled 2 autos and our memorabilia card, so just kind of looking for some low numbers at this point, hopefully. So Henry Cejudo, Tom Aspinall, Brandon Moreno, Magomed Ankalaev, Sean O'Malley, Movsar Evloev, Julia Avila, Tony Ferguson, Brandon Royval, Alex Perez, Jimmy Crute, Ian Gary, Yair Rosenstrike, Tisha Torres, Raquel Pennington, Mateus Nicolau, Gerald Mearshart, Jan Xiaonan, Chris Weidman, Shogun Hua, Taito Avasa, Rafael Dos Anjos, Hamzat Chimaev, Tatsuro Taira, press proofs, Anthony Smith, Macy Chason, and we've got a Jens Pulver Silver Hollow Laser, number to 99. UFC Hall of Famer this year. And finish it off, Movsar Evloev, The Untouchables, Fantasy Matchups, Cyril Gahn and Bas Rutten, Retro Series, Silver Press Proof Brock Lesnar. So 2 more to go. If we can get something lower than the silver. These last 2 packs. Dan Ige, Neil Magny, Justin Gagey, Holly Holm, Alexander Romanov, Daniel Rodriguez, Tito Ortiz, Blago Ivanov, Abubakar Nurmagomedov, Josh Emmett, Gilbert Burns, Royce Gracie, Stipe Miocic, Piotr Jan, Merab Dvalishvili, Matt Serra, Edson Barboza, Rafael Sunsao, Leon Edwards, Jamal Hill, Andrea Lee, Mike Brown, Francis Ngannou, Chris Barnett, do want to let you know, after tonight we've got 4 boxes of Donruss and 4 boxes of Prism left. We're going to do all the Donruss first, then we'll get to those 4 boxes of Prism. Dominic Reyes, Press Proof, Cynthia Calvillo, Purple Rob Font, and Aljamain Sterling, The Untouchables, and Fantasy Matchups, Alex Pereira, Anderson Silva, and Octagon Marvels, Jessica Andrade. Last pack here. Sergey Pavlovich, Alex Caceres, Chael Sonnen, Sean O'Malley, Julia Avila, Movsar Evloev, Arnold Allen, Tony Ferguson, Brandon Royval, Alex Perez, Jimmy Crute, Ian Gary, Chan Sung Young, Alessandre Pantoja, Kevin Holland, Jack Shore, Tatiana Suarez, Cub Swanson, Vince Pichel, Calvin Cater, Yair Rosenstrike, Michael Chandler, Tisha Torres. Got a Molly McCann. It's about our 5th one of those. So finish it off here with the press proofs. Bryce Mitchell, got a teal Jose Aldo, and got here with a Holly Holm blue hollow laser number 49. That was our lowest number to finish it off there. Holly Holm. Got a couple of autos last year. Pretty good at pulling Holly Holm. So, crunch time, Sean O'Malley, George St. Pierre Retro Series, and Kamaru Usman, the Untouchables. So that finishes off our 6th box of 2023 Donruss. So here we go. Let's go back through these hits and the rookies. So we finally finished off our rookie set with Raul Rosas. We had a couple that we were missing, and we got them all tonight with Raul Rosas Jr. Got a couple of autos out of this box with Marvin Vittori. There's one of the other rookies we're missing, Randy Brown. Got a Kyler Phillips, purple press proof. Our other auto, Kelvin Gastelum. Norman Dumont, rookie. Petrosky. Got another Bo Nickel. Damon Jackson, silver press proof. We do have the blue hollow laser auto, number 25, available. So that'll go with it. Valentina Shevchenko, silver hollow laser, number 99. Derek Lewis, Octagon Royalty. Got a silver hollow laser with that as well. Chris Curtis. Andrei Arlovsky with a red hollow laser, number 75. Tatsuro Taira. I believe that was the last one we were missing. So we had 3. I think it was Tyra, Randy Brown, and Rosas. Jens Pulver, silver hollow laser, number 99. Chris Barnett and Molly McCann. And our last hit of the night is a Holly Holm blue hollow laser, number 49. That was our lowest one in this box. So I wanted to thank everyone for joining us again tonight as we open the 6th box of Donruss, and we got 4 more to go, then 4 boxes of Prism left. And I really appreciate everybody sticking around and going through those. If you see anything you like, just let me know. Again, russ@orange-fire.com is my email address. You can find me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at FightCardsRuss or at Orange Fire Media. You can find me on Facebook, Russ Renault, RENEAU, or Orange Fire Media. You can also check out our eBay store. Orange Fire lots of lots. Some of these will be going up in the next week or so. We try to get them on there as quick as we can, but just run out of time sometimes. But most of the stuff that we've hit is up there. Some of the stuff's held back, and looking forward to showing you some stuff later on. If we, don't have anything to open, I do have a lot of stuff I've been holding on to. That's pretty good looking. I've got a big Habib Nurmagomedov lot that's got an auto in there. I've got Islam numbered cards, Shavkat numbered card, some Hamzat Shemaev numbered. Everything's got something numbered in there, and I just have been holding on to them for a little while. My Tom Aspinall collection is pretty good, and that's going to be available soon as well. So looking forward to showing you all of that. So that's just things to come in the show as we, keep things going. And next week, hopefully, we add a guest next week as we finally got that figured out. And also remember that next week, I'm not going to be around on Sunday. I just won't be able to pull off the show on Sunday night. So hopefully I'll be able to do it on Monday night. And we'll come to you 9 o'clock Central next Monday night, and we'll wrap up UFC Fight Night event from the Apex, and we'll open another box of Donruss. That'll get us closer to some more Prism, which I'm really looking forward to. Not that I don't look forward to Donruss, it's just, there's just something about Prism that's just king as far as UFC goes, and so we look forward to doing more of that. So I'm Russ Renault, and we want to thank you again for joining us here on another episode of the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. And we hope that you will join us next week and that you'll subscribe and leave some positive feedback for us. So thanks for making us part of your week, beginning your week right here. We hope that you have a great week and that you'll join us again next week right here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast on YouTube or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next time.